സ്വാഗതം.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
Hyderabad Chahal Express University Station, Netaji Bhavan.
Welcome back to Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live. I'm Saiyami Kher and I'm back, of course, with the party animals in the house, Simon Doull and Murali Kartik. You know, when you turned 18, do you all remember what you all did? Because I remember that we were given the permission to go into the wee nights of the night, and that's what's happened today. The rain has made sure that this party goes on into the late night, but fortunately, the match is back on. It is a match that will go on for just 14 overs, so it's going to be a shortened match, but just as exciting. This is what happens with the revised playing conditions. Match reduced to 14 overs per side. Power play will be 4 overs. 4 bowlers can bowl a maximum of 3 overs, while 1 bowler can bowl a maximum of 2 overs. Both the bowlers in the house. There's going to be 1 bowler saying that
I'm the bowler. I'm that bowler.
You're
Who
the
only
bowler.
wants to bowl too.
I'll flip you for it.
It's a Chinnaswamy, those small grounds.
Yeah.
I'm sure 1 bowler is happy to bowl just those 2. Punjab have won the toss. They will be bowling first. So once again, Kartik, Simon, RCB are batting first. We know the history there, don't we?
Yeah, well, that's been their trouble, hasn't it? Batting first, trying to assess conditions well enough to put a reasonable score on the board. And Kartik's point earlier tonight, about 4 hours ago, was was exactly that. They just haven't been able to assess the conditions well enough. Listening to the guys from the ground, they've suggested that it might be a little bit of moisture underneath from all the rain, from the covers being on. It may just nip a little bit with that newish ball. So get through that rather than sort of lose 2 wickets inside that first 4 over power play, and just assess things from there. And sometimes in these games, you know, 10 and a half and over, around that 150 mark, you might be in the game if you take a couple of early wickets.
But you said that it might nip around. We were talking about the weather in Bangalore and really cools down. Do you see there that movement that Punjab's going to get early on?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel there will be something for the bowlers, the seamers early on. And also it'll be interesting how RCB approach this now. We know Phil Salt only plays one way. You can ask him or you can tell him whatever, he's going to bat one way. Do they ask somebody to bat through the 14 overs? I think that will be crucial. If somebody like a Virat Kohli can shepherd that batting lineup, be there, you allow Phil Salt to do what he does and then take it from there. And again, we'll come back to the same point. They need to figure a way out if it's doing something, what is the right score?
Well, the news from the centre is that Stoinis is in and Maxwell sits out for this game. And Harpreet Brar is in as well, because we know that he likes playing against RCB. So you're all surprised, you're all happy with the changes?
No, I think they're good changes. We talked about those last night. You know, Maxwell wasn't going to get too much more rope, I don't think. From a bowling point of view, he's actually bowled quite well in probably 3 games out of the 6. But he just hasn't batted well at all. He's averaging 7. Not striking the ball well, getting out to... by his standards, pretty average cricket shots.
The last 2 years has been like that.
Yeah, very similar. We brought his numbers up. They don't make for great.
I think he has made 90 runs in 2 years.
So no surprise there, and they're just playing Harpreet to get Virat out because that's what he's done 3 times, isn't it, in the history of the tournament. So, but I said last night I like him. I think he's a bit like Saiki Shaw, tall left arm, gives it a bit of a rip, quite a smart left arm spinner, but not the easiest place to bowl as a left-arm spinner, is it?
No, I think most of the grounds nowadays, none of the bowlers want to bowl anywhere now.
Exactly.
I think this might be a better place to bowl because there's
maybe.
something in it for the spinners and the bowlers. But most of the other places, they're just getting tonked everywhere. But yeah, I think you were waiting for this decision. We thought maybe the decision to not have, I shouldn't use the word get rid of Maxwell, but not have in the playing 11 would have happened the last game. But they thought maybe one more game and then maybe that rope has ended.
We'll have a look at Punjab's playing 11. We spoke about the 2 changes that they've come up with. This will be their bowling 11 and they will get that extra batter in when they come in to play the next innings. But, you know, just a word on this one man who's coming back to RCB. and coming and playing at Chinnaswamy is Yuzi. We saw what he did in the last game, what he did to KKR. All KKR fans want to forget what happened, but he was just so good against KKR. We've got can have a little masterclass quickly on what he did differently and what we can expect today from Yuzi.
I think sometimes you go into a tournament with preset plans, and sometimes also things aren't going well for you. What he did really well, or what he came back to doing really well, was try and spin the ball. Because we've seen so many instances when he was getting carted around, he was bowling much faster. And every time he tries to spin the ball, there's a lot of swerve in his bowling. We saw the way he got Rinku. That was a magical piece of bowling, getting the ball to drop, getting the ball to drift, because it was always leaving the left-hander, even to the right-handers. He was getting the drift in and the turn out. And that happens only when he's trying to spin the ball. Lots of bowlers in trying to bowl quick, especially this season of the IPL, when people are hitting them, I think you end up losing what is your original stock weapon. And I think that is what Yuzi has come back to, or that is what he did in the previous game.
And, well, he loves coming to the Chinnaswamy. We've seen his numbers here. It's a ground that most people don't like bowling at, but he clearly loves coming here and bowling.
Yeah, and you look at his numbers at the ground over the years, and he spent a lot of years at RCB. I mean, his economy rate is under 8, having played a lot of games at Chinnaswamy. 52 wickets at an economy rate of under 8 on what's generally been a relatively good batting surface. For the most part, if we think back over the history of this tournament, it's generally been a pretty good batting surface there. So to go at under 8s, to bowl through the middle, to pick up 52 wickets has been phenomenal. And he just worked out a way to bowl. I totally agree with Kartik. What I love about him at his best is he's not afraid to float that one really slowly and outside the line. I mean, he should have had Dre Russ first ball the inside edge. Almost had him second ball, didn't he, with that one at long on, because he's bowling it slow and floating it up outside off stump. So, yeah, it was much better. He's too good a player, too good a bowler to be kept down for too long. So it was nice to see him back. Doesn't guarantee success tonight, but he knows what to do in these conditions.
Well, let's see what RCB have come out with. I think they've gone unchanged for today's game. They've come in with a win, so Kartik, no surprises that they've gone ahead unchanged?
Yeah, they have gone unchanged, but they would also want more contributions with the bat from Liam Livingstone.
Yes.
Obviously, Krunal Pandya is a floater. He can do lots of different things if the situation arises. They've got Tim David, who's done a fabulous job for them at the back end of the innings. Phil Salt, Virat Kohli, everything is fine. Jitesh is good. You've got captain, but again, Liam Livingstone in the middle. I think he also is a vital cog because he's used as a bowler. He's a multi-talented cricketer. But the thing is, you also want contributions with the bat because he's a powerhouse himself.
But how do you think these batters are going to deal with Yuzi, who's in great form after the last game?
Look, there's a couple of players. I mean, Patidar's played spin beautifully through the tournament. He's one that you'd look at to maybe target Yuzi if that that opportunity comes about for him. But in a 14-over contest, you can, what Kartik said earlier about someone, if Virat's able to strike it probably doesn't need to be 170, 180, but if he can strike at 135 and bat through the innings in a 14-over game or bat 11, 12 overs, and everyone around him striking at 190, 200, which you kind of know that Salt will do, Patidar, Livingstone, Tim David at the back end. They've got those players to be able to do that around him. Their issue has been that they've lost wickets at the wrong times or too regularly. So if he can sort of set his mind about being a 135 to 140 strike rate, and he doesn't have to do anything silly to do that.
Yes.
He's such a great player. And everyone around him can sort of contribute with cameos of 25 off 12, 30 off 15 for someone like Sai at the top. Then maybe they can work their way to a really good score. So I think they will initially, I don't think they'll be overly aggressive apart from Salt. And then they'll just figure out a way, after 7 overs, 8 overs, okay, we can unleash that middle order and that power at the bottom with Krunal, David, Livingstone, those sort of players.
Is Devdutt in the team, DDP?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so he
will come in as
he's also in need of some runs.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
he'll be the impact sub.
He's the impact sub, so he should come in.
He'll bat at 3.
They also need runs from him. He's had some runs outside of Bangalore, but somebody who hails from there, which is your hometown, home ground, like Rahul did, KL Rahul did, this is my ground. He also needs to put some runs on the board, especially in Bengaluru, because number 3 is very important. Where you come in, you could be coming in at 50 for no loss when you've got the impetus. Or you could be coming in the second ball of the, especially with the way Phil Salt can go. So it's a very vital position and they need runs from him.
Would it be a slight on him if Phil Salt and Kohli batted for 7 overs to say you're going to slide, mate? Patidar goes in at 3.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what was going through my mind.
So if as you were saying that, I'm thinking, you know what, he might not be my guy at 3 if they get an opening partnership that lasts 6 or 7 overs. I'd probably be looking more to Patidar at 3, Livingston at 4.
Doull, even today, since it's a 4-over power play, if after the power play the spinners come, he could come in immediately.
He could come in straight away, yeah. So I think you've got to be a bit more fluid from a batting point of view in a shortened game.
But also, like you spoke about how Salt and Virat Salt plays in a certain way. He's just attacking aggressive. Virat, someone who is very obviously intelligent, knows how to maneuver around when this 14-over game, he knows what to do. So up top, things look good for them. And then there's Tim David who comes in, and he is someone who's been used as a floater, but he's been coming at 7, coming at 8 and doing a really good job. He's played some 44 balls, got 91 runs. So he's someone who's really grabbed that opportunity with both his hands.
But he's embracing the position now, I think, and saying, okay, that's my role. How do I make the best of that role? Now, the one thing I talked about with Tim David in the previous game for RCB, his ability to open that blade and hit the ball square on the offside over extra cover is as good as anyone in the world game at the moment. Yes, he can go downtown, he can go mid-wicket, but you go wide to him, his power, square of the wicket, offside is incredible because of that blade. You watch him when he bats, if he gets a chance tonight. When it comes up and down, it's basically pointing at a gully region. And that's how he gets so much power sort of through the offside. So he's embraced it and done a great job for them.
Well, he's spoken about focusing on just that job. He said even in the nets, he goes for volume practice and wants to be ready as soon as he gets in. So he's just playing a whole lot of volume balls is what he's done in the nets.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to. I think that's the body of work every player wants to put in because come game time or come pressure time, your body naturally reacts. There are times where you don't have to think about it. The kind of practice that you've put in, it comes into your favor even if you're slightly off. And I suppose when you think of it, they've got somebody like a Dinesh Kartik who played that role there. He's their mentor. You actually start preparing for it. There are times where with the adrenaline pumping, with the game going so fast, you want to press on the accelerator, maybe one ball too soon. And that's the time when you say, breathe. Maybe I take it next ball. And that is why MSD is so good. Yes. All these guys who do the finisher's job, there is a method to their madness. Yes. There is a reason why they're all so successful. And all of us looking outside or even somebody who's not prepared for it, you might say, oh, let's go for it, this ball or this ball. But I suppose they take it deep because they breathe and they also have that game plan set that if not this ball, I can take him down next ball.
All right, let's just quickly have a look at the points table to show you what's in play for both these teams. They are at 8 right now. So both the RCB and Punjab looking to get to that 10. Kartik spoke about breathing and having a game plan. So it's time for us to breathe and have our game plan with our predictions. 14 overs. It's a tricky one.
Yeah, 1-5.
It's a boundary on the first ball.
Okay, I won't change. 1-5-5.
I'm going 1-5-1.
155, 151. I'm going 146.
Okay.
5 runs.
All right.
Lesser. Just maybe swinging around and those Bengaluru conditions you spoke about. I really have no idea. We'll find out and see. We'll find out what happens and we'll be giving you all the updates at the 7-over point which is when we'll be coming for the com box. So do join us there and thank you so much for watching Voltas presents Cricbuzz Live.
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೇ
Hyderabad Chahal Express, Bengaluru Station, Netaji Bhavan.